We found a match. I can't believe it. We're actually in the game. So these are the different... that only took 55 minutes. So these are the different maps. I've been told not to vote for Frontiers by soloing Pixie, so I'm going to vote for Ignalina Power Plant. That guy somehow managed to change his profile picture. Nobody else has discovered this technology. But we're actually in the game. And I'll try and do a power drop. But it's loading. And, yeah, once you get in a game, the servers seem okay. Sort of. You'll see planes, like, jigging around. Like, the planes will be rubber banding across the screen. But everything else seems to work sort of okay. I do apologise for the big wait, but if you're one of the many people that just skipped the entire deck creation, then, you don't know what the hell I'm on about. So you can draw on the map. So I just draw my name. Don't know what else to draw. So yeah, here we are in the lobby of Broken Arrow. Oh, you can change your colour. No, you can't. You can just click it and make it disappear. So I've just removed my ability. No, because it doesn't even do anything. Oh, I can just hide other... Oh, I see. It's supposed to be that I can hide everything I've drawn. But it doesn't work. I don't even know if my teammates are drawing anything. And you can't tell anyway, because they're all just various shades of green. You can't change your colour. You can change your spot size, though. Okay. Right. Hello and welcome to my first ever game. No, that's not true. Hello and welcome to my 7th ever game of Broken Arrow. And today we're playing as the Russian VDV forces, and they're also a tank brigade. That's just how it works. And I will do paradrops, but what I've been advised is that if you try to do a paradrop at the start, you get everybody killed. And in the live stream, I did that and I got everybody killed. So I'm gonna try and attack this point with my paratroopers, because it seems pretty far out. Or I could go for this point. And yeah, this is Broken Arrow. So I'd like to take this time to thank the generous channel joiners, of which there are many. You get your names on the screen, you get the videos up to a week early. In the Broken Arrow case, perhaps more than a week early, because I'm going to record as many as I possibly can. And then I'm going to play the game. So here we go, we're in the game. And this is your air tab. It really doesn't look very good, the air tab. And we've got a guy doing a drop, and we're going to try and support him in his drop. Because if it fails, he'll leave the game, and then we'll lose the game. So this is my air superiority fighter. I'm just going to try and defend my guy as he does the drop. You see the servers are a bit janky, sort of flying around. Looks like he doesn't know how to do it, because he's just flying around in circles. But we should see some guys come out of here momentarily. Nope, he doesn't know how to drop it. He does not know how to drop it. We are in a Russia versus Russia game. Better than nothing. Yeah, so he's just not dropping it. But the enemy, crucially, the enemy's not brought any ASFs. Which is sort of what we wanted to check, so now we can do our own drop. So we're going to drop 2 Strelas, 2 Cornets, and as many infantry as I could afford. And we're going here. And we've been hit, apparently. No, we seem okay. Right, so then this is our guy. He just doesn't know how to drop it, so it's just not going to work. But this is how you drop it. You press O and then you press on the zone. Oh no, he managed it, and his plane didn't manage it. Shooiiguuuuuu. But yeah, you see that he managed to drop there, and you cap the zone while you're in the air. And I've got my own drop coming in now, my hopefully more successful drop. And I'm defending it with an ASF, as you should. And we're going to bring up some... Yeah, so there you go. And then we can deploy flares, and then change the altitude and go back to the base. So you see that everybody's dropping. You can drop the Strelas out of the planes. It all looks very pretty. See if I can get a screenshot for the thumbnail. So that was a successful paradrop. Usually it doesn't go like that. You see that we're being hit by missiles. Usually there's a lot more missiles, but it seems our enemy not very clued in. Not very clued in. So, spread out. And there is an LOS tool, but it's buggy as all hell. So it doesn't work properly, but there is an LOS tool. So we managed to take that. And our next step is to try and take the one on the left. But first we need... I'm going to build a picket line over here so that nobody sneaks around the side. You see the maps are a lot bigger than they are in Warno. The performance is a lot worse though, that's the trade-off. And you see that I've taken a zone. And if this returns, right, you get the points back. It's the same with the fighter, except you got to wait on the fighter. So at this return, so I got the points back, which means I can buy another set. So I'm going to just do the same thing again here. But this time without fighter escort, and with a prepared enemy who knows that I'm doing this. So we'll see how that goes for us. But it's the same shit again. And you get flares on your IL. There's no way to hide the hood, I think. The game's graphics are on low, and we have a solid 40 FPS, but that's just, that's life in it. So, we're doing drops, taking zones. Maybe I should have gone for this one. Just depends how competent the enemy are, because it's a beta, you know, it's probably their first ever game, and if they didn't play Wargame, then we need to tell this to go back to base, and lower its altitude so it gets hit by less baddies. And you see that I'm dropping on this zone. And the enemy's finally made it to... yeah. You see, that's a very, very spam... That looks like a Tor, I think. You can tell from the way it's shooting. That one's probably going to hit me. No! Try and get a good screenshot for the thumbnail. And yeah, the explosion doesn't render if you're too close to it. Just beta problems, But hey, we took the zone, and that's what it's all about. So, we're actually gonna put the Igglers at the back, obviously, get the Metis at the front, send these guys forwards a bit. And we're gonna start bringing up the heavy assets, because as well as being a VDV division, I'm also a tank division. So, that's that. You can also drop supplies, but given that it seems that our ingress is clear up to here, like there's nobody behind us, I'll just drop the supplies manually. Yet to encounter any enemy. If you get your US aircrew, even though you're a Russian, back to the base, you get the points back. You get some of the points back for the plane that got downed, you know, because the pilot is arguably more useful than the aircraft because of how long it takes to train a pilot. But we're yet to encounter the enemy. I do wonder if I should start moving up here. But if I do that and everybody dies, well, let's do it for the content. There are a lot of UI issues in this game. So do you notice how I can tell how many people are in this squad because it's in a building? And I can't tell how many people are in this squad because it's not in a building. So I have to click on it and read it down here where it says 5 in white on white text. So it's basically impossible to read, right? It's very difficult to read that. So that's a problem. Another thing, I click on the unit icon here and it doesn't select the unit. I have to click on the building. Here, I click on the unit icon and it selects the unit. So that's just another oddity that just really messes you up if you're trying to do something in the heat of the moment. It will mess you up. So that's that. Let's buy a grad, see how close we can get it. And yeah, so we've taken 2 of these zones by ourselves, but the enemy has more zones than us because it seems that they're all over here. And my guys on this side are quite content to just take the zone behind me and sit there. But you'll see that a lot in the beta. Don't expect good teammates in the beta, basically. Because it's a beta. So we need some recon up here. I could send the drone, show you the drone. So I sent this truck to pick up this guy, but he just sort of ran past him because it's a beta. And so yeah, he's still running. But that lets us return the crew earlier and get our points back. So I want to do an attack on here, but without tank support, without artillery support, it's just not going to go very well. So we'll bring up the AA. And we'll bring up the supply. The supply, actually, you take it off the truck and put it on the ground, which is interesting. This should go down to the igloos, ostensibly. Oh, S-300 absolutely nailed it. Okay, so now we move the S-300. And, yeah, we'll bring up the Strelas for this attack. Would like to push out here a bit, but there's no buildings. Forepost destroyed. Whoops. Oh, that was my drone. My drone flew over the middle of the map and died. Right, so this has picked this guy up, take him back to base, and we should see our point shoot up. We should see it shoot up. If it doesn't, then I don't know what to say. But yeah, we've got the recon tank. You see the boomerangs engaging our guys. This has a Metis squad in there, so it should just nail it. I think it must have been a miss. We're against somebody called Black T1. There is no fast attack move. You can only fast move or attack move. So that is a big problem. And we're going to start bringing up the boomerang fellas. Just for some meat for the machine. Actually, a helicopter would be really, really useful. Helicopter. Oh, that's interesting. So this Mi-30, the Hind, can actually transport some of the troop squads. Kamaz VDV destroyed. So that guy with the pilot, he died. But the crew survived. But the car died. So there's enemies over here. Teammates on that flank not really doing a good job. Whoa, stop. Don't just want you to run in and die. R for reverse, so that thing can't shoot me. Try and get behind those containers. There you go, it hit the container. And now, can this not shoot that? But it can only shoot that one, right, so that shouldn't be able to shoot that. Okay, get these guys out of there. You can press smoke, you can smoke your units and then sprint, which is really useful. The tank is still there. That's good, it's good news. Where is the Grad? There it is. Grad. Grad that man. Oh, yikes. Pop smoke. Pop smoke. Ah! What the shit? I have igloos. Why aren't they doing anything? The Strela can't see him, I guess. Oh, we got him, but we lost quite a lot of guys. Just unload the supply. And then get this back there. To the supply. Grad's firing. Pew, 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 pew. I'm aiming for the wrong building. I'm aiming for the wrong building. He's moving up to here. So next grad volley. Next grad volley confirmed. Get you to there. Shift queuing orders doesn't seem to work properly. We need some more infantry, and I can bring them in the helicopter, so they'll get here a lot faster. See these guys with the AGSs, they're hitting the Strela, but they're getting hit by the Grad. Grad's actually doing something. Fires in volleys of 20. You can probably interrupt it if you want. I think we got him. I think we got him. You can't tell which squads are low, which squads are high, stuff like that. So that can be difficult. We obviously don't want to overcrowd these buildings, because then everybody will die. It's kind of hard to control the game, basically. The UI is not very good. But that's something that, you know, Warno's just been out for so long that you take a lot of things for granted. If I fly in that way, it'll get hit by all that stuff that's over there. So we're going to try and shift queue that guy in. And we're going to... The supply, I'm using it for the vehicles and stuff. But yeah, this is way closer to their base than it is to my base, I think. Yeah. No, hang on. Yeah, it is, yeah. It's not way closer, but it is closer. And I could use a mortar. I didn't bring one. Okay. Let's buy another Grad. And I could use some supplies. You see this has run out of supplies now. Okay, I wonder if I can bring in the supplies in the in this helicopter, for example. Because I know I can airdrop it, but it'll get shot by the enemy and blow up. Like it did the second time. You see this, even this guy's having some problems. You see he had to pop his flares there. Change altitude back to base. Need you to fly nice and low. And this is recon, so you'd hope it would recon. But we shall see. Sadly, kind of difficult to move up. I just don't want to waste my guys because it takes so long for reinforcements to arrive. So long that if you waste them, you know, you are left molding. So once that helicopter gets back, I can bring in more guys via helicopter. And I think that's the play. So I'm fighting for this zone. Sadly, we've lost the middle. But I just wanted to fight on the outskirts as the cool paradrop thing. So, you know, hate me if you want. It's all about that content. I've got to make it interesting for you guys to watch. Do you think I talk too much? You should probably let me know, otherwise I'm going to keep doing it. Let's move these up. And this should nail that truck. Goodbye, truck. Whoa. It survived. And it, like, so that's the HP. So it actually takes 2 shots from a T-90M Resvedchik to nail an unarmored truck. And it will always tell you don't have line of sight, even though you do. Oh, great. So that's another. So I'm against 2 guys now. Makes it a bit harder. We've got smoke, but we're not going to beat 2 tanks, are we? Is it going to fire again? What the hell is it doing? It's just not shooting. Okay, well, we're just going to smoke them back. And yeah, the smoke isn't just an instant survive button. It doesn't make the ATGM go off into space. My guy here, quite content to let me fight. No help forthcoming. What do you expect? So, and yeah, it'd be nice if the supply radius was a little bit bigger. But yeah, now it's not really an airborne fight anymore so much, it's just a tank fight. But thankfully I am also a tank division, so we can just sort of swap into that and buy an Armata. And this Grad, once it reloads... See, so he blocked LOS and then it hits the building, damages the building. It's all very dynamic. Buy that drone and send it over here this time, instead of flying it over the middle so it can get hit by that S300 or that Tor. Tor in this actually works, unlike the other Tor. Send these guys back. That was the sound of me getting some money. And ostensibly get these guys back to that supply. It'll probably run out. Probably need some more supply. But I think supply is like free. It's not free, but you get an infinite amount. So that was their drone got hit by this S300, which we now have to move, or artillery will hit it. We need to move the supply with it as well. The drone got destroyed, and it was over here. So I don't know what kind of air defense network they're running, but pretty comprehensive. But yeah, my objective for the game is to take this zone. I'm sort of 2v1. My other teammates are getting closer to that, so maybe they will take that one. And, you know, this is the middle of the map, so I secured the 2 zones in the middle. Because if you look, this is the middle. So these guys should have had this one for free, really, I think. But I complain too much, so I need to chill out a bit. Stop complaining. And we've got the Grad. It's full up. So that's good. We could use an additional... Oh yeah, I can start bringing them in the helicopters again. They'll get there a bit faster, a bit of extra recon. Could use some igloos. I'll bring it in the... No, actually we don't need an igloo because we've got Stroll 10M there. Just from Warno, I know that you always need more recon than you think you need. Yikes, what the hell? How does that see me? I don't know. Let's fire a Grad at it. Let's do a vibe check. Just grad vibe check him. Should probably go backwards. No, I pressed R. Oh, yikes. And then I'm taking, like, side shots because I tried to shoot behind me as opposed to... My bad. Turn this to base. Get some more supply. I'm sort of wondering if I can get supply in this. No, I can't. I can bring squads but not supply, which I think is a shame. Ah, great. Grad, shoot that. You... move, shoot that, shoot that, and then move again. Just doesn't seem to work properly. There's a lot of problems with the UI. It's very clunky. When I discovered that it was a Unity game, it all started to become clear to me. Looks like I'm losing against that guy. He seems to be a bit better than me. Let's see how he copes with the Grad. Yep, that solved that problem. So here we go, next batch of supplies is up, and I'm going to drop it a bit closer this time because my units really need some repairs. We've got the Armata. Oh yeah, probably don't need to shoot that. But yeah, we just need loads of supply all the time. I just constantly feel like I don't have enough supply. Yeah, we're sort of running out of trucks and stuff. That's a book. Who can see it? How do we... Why do we know it's there? Okay, I guess we could try moving into that little spot. Put the Razvedchik behind. And start building up the cheap tanks to support the Armata. That was our whole idea, right? Armata does the heavy lifting. Cheap tanks do the shooting. So that's a TAEU something or other. For some reason, I'm getting LOS on these guys. I guess it's these buildings. Is this guy out of metas? So why isn't he shooting? If he's not out of metas. But I will now grab that. Oh, he's moving it back. Oh, grab that. And you can change the fire things. So you can, like, shorten the duration, change the dispersion. What the shit? Oh, yeah, it's shooting at where the grads were before. I told you gotta move them, man. It's a good job I moved it. It's a good job I moved it. Right, he's attacking. I'll try and get a shot here. And then just remember to move. Right. So I've got APS. Active protection systems. This just can't shoot anything because of the containers. But this one could. So if it was in this building, it could shoot. So let's swap these guys around. Here we go, grads. Oh no, the grad volley was bad because they retreated. So we'll interrupt that if we can. And we'll buy some more T-70s. T-90s even. 26 minutes to try and make something happen from this. This I never sent back. My bad. So, and now we finally got these scouts up here. Try and get these guys up to here. It's just, I need to start repairing these squads. Well, there go the grads. How did he know that was there? Oh, he's got a recon here. I think that recon must have seen me. Because, yeah, the grads didn't fire from that location. He just seemed to know about that. Oh, man. That's coming from, like, over here as well. I feel very set upon. I feel like these guys should not all gang up on me, perhaps. But that is very sad. We've got this supply back here, I guess. And we'll actually leave it back there, because if we send it any forwards, it's going to get nailed. Absolutely deleted. Because, yeah, I have no idea how we saw that. There must be some recon in here. So we'll get a BMD-4. Because my teammate's just not moving. He's just sat there. Quite content to just let me die. But, yeah, they see everything. They see everything here, because now I'm taking fire there. We can tell them to run. Makes them go a bit faster. It is frustrating to have two guys just sat behind you watching you die. Oh, is this one guy, but his colour changes when he enters a building? Could be. Just seems to be kind of AFK. It is what it is. There's no 1v1 mode. If there was, I'd play that. As you know, I'm a Warno enthusiast. Used to be the Warno world #1. Definitely not anymore, but that's my claim to fame. But yeah, it was very sad to see that happen. Let's buy a howitzer this time. Might live a bit longer. Not drive it so close to the front. So that's how that happens. They must have some recon over there. And my teammate's now forced to fight from the fact that the enemy's just arrived in front of him. But he doesn't... I just think he's AFK. Doesn't seem to be buying anything. Because you can tell who it is on the left here. So, like, these guys are fighting sort of. A bit slowly, like, but they are doing something. But yeah, I need to stop blaming the people around me. I need to just play better against the 2 or 3 guys that I'm against. That's more complaining. People don't like watching people who complain. They like watching people who are cool. Wow, we're having so much fun in this game, guys. But yeah, the original strat to take the middle zones, it worked, but then it's like, now you got to keep pushing, and not so easy. Not so easy. Can you guys not shoot that? The UI is sort of messed up. Like, it'll tell you that it doesn't have line of sight when it does. It'll tell you it doesn't have line of sight when it doesn't. That fired, that needs to move, or it's going to get hit by that cruise missile crap that hit me before. Whoa. Blimey, that T-90M died in like one shot. It's got armor as well, so I'm not sure what that was about. But hey, at least we're fighting. And my teammate's helping, because he has to. Because the enemy is now on his doorstep. Doesn't really seem to be reacting there. Right. That's not in range, really. Yeah, so this is the other thing. It tells you it's out of range when it's like, that's 5 kilometers. Can you not shoot 5 kilometers with your howitzer? It doesn't actually tell you. There's no unit card. So you've got to try and buy another one. 4,200. Okay. This guy's doing a cool attack. It looks very cool. How does he know where I am? That is whack. But that's not where I fired from. That's not where I fired from. So how does he know where it is? Because I moved after I fired, so... I'm just assuming that there's some recon somewhere that I just can't see. I highly doubt he's hacking, considering this is a beta for a game. But yeah, we're doing work here. He's just sort of YOLOing into me. And the tank behind got it. But at least this survived. And there's no automatic counter battery, you can't just counter battery. Something like that. These guys are going to die, there's only 2 of them. But I think we can get some cool side shots off. R for reverse and then back over here. I need to get to that guy without exposing myself to his shooty, so I think from there should be enough, but you can't tell the distance to the target, which is another big problem. Okay, so this apparently can't shoot into that apartment complex. You would assume it could. I guess it depends where in the apartment... There we go. Because if they're on the other side, it's not going to do anything, right? There we go, there we go. Right, so we got him. These guys are healed up now, so we can move them back up. And that means that I feel comfortable now moving this guy back. I'm just a bit concerned that their cruise missiles seem to constantly know where I am and kill me. That is a big problem. This is fired, so now has to move. I might actually just move this to like over here. So I don't get Tom Cruised. I don't get Tom Cruised. Or what's that word the Russians use? Calibrated, because it's called a caliber cruise missile, something like that. Right. Oh, whoops. That's this awful habit of zooming in on units. So just hit those guys. Probably not going to do a whole lot. And yeah, so your units regenerate. So I've actually got the grads back, which is interesting. And this has the cluster rounds, right? Should do. We'll find out when it hits. If it hits. Might miss. Here we go. That doesn't really seem like a cluster round. That seems more like high HE, but I can't tell off the stat card what I'm looking at. It does seem to say it has 200 mils of armor penetration, so maybe it is a cluster round. Need more recon. Oh yeah, I wanted this so I could deploy it in the helicopter and hopefully get it there a bit faster. So get these guys back now to the supply, resupply our units, try not to lose units. That moved after it fired. He must have recon over here. Like, how else is he seeing that? This is what I bought this for. My teammate should have a picket. There is a picket line there from my teammate, but it's not really accomplishing anything. Oh, yikes. Change altitude. There's a tour. That missed and hit those guys. That's interesting. So yeah, this is the issue, that my resupply point seems content to just drive me straight into the enemy and get me killed, which is obviously not ideal. If I can silence those guns, that'd be big. See, once again, he knows where the supply is. Can we sprint? How is he doing that? That is just bizarre to me. I just don't understand it. Try and move these guys up to there. This constantly seems to know where I am, but I've got units here, so how is he... Let's unload that. And then move it up to here. Perhaps they're over here. This I need to send over here and then back to the base, otherwise it'll die. In fact, we're not going back to the base. We're going over to here, and these guys are going to get picked up by that. Those tars are going to mess me up. This is quite low HP. That's a Strelo. What? Did we get him? Oh no, he smoked him back. He smoked him back, so he's probably in like the house behind or something. Once again, he's shooting me, and I just... This is my line of sight tool. The only people that should see me should be in this area. Where are they? Just bizarre. Bizarre. We'll get some more supply though. Because, considering it's all dying. Actually, this one... Oh, whatever. I wanted to send it somewhere else. But... So we've got all the tanks shooting that. These guys are having obviously an awful time. Just pop smoke on them. Sending over to Terminator. That's... Okay, he's just like direct firing me with the artillery. It's working. We need to go forwards, I guess. Whoever's left needs to go forwards. Fire the ATGM while moving, that's exciting. Oh, we don't have line of sight because of the smoke. He can shoot through the... The line of sight tool says that he can't see me. He can definitely see me. I'm being seen. And yeah, we're going to smoke this and then just fast path it out of there because he's just getting messed up. So yeah, that might explain why we're getting shot by things that shouldn't be able to shoot us, because the line of sight tool doesn't work. And so it's saying, yeah bro, you're safe, and I'm not, clearly. So presumably these snipers in this building are seeing everything, because it's quite a tall building. Sadly, the LOS tool is broken AF. There goes my tank. Died to that guy, who ostensibly shouldn't have been able to see us. So that's how we could see everything. So this. Very exciting. Put them in that house. Gotta move this, or it's gonna die. And send it there. But hey, we're making progress. At least we figured that out. So, LOS tool broken. That's how he could see us. Problem solved. Sort of. Is this out of rounds? No, it's out of HP. It's got apparently 4 rounds. Is it even set up? Yeah, it is. Oh, no, it's not. Now it's set up. You've got to press the radar button. So that explains everything. That's how he could see us. He was in this petrochemical refinery here. And, can we put this on return fire? Doesn't look like it. I don't think this has laser guided rounds. Right. Get this up to here. Right, so now that we've taken that out, we should be absolutely A-okay. Presumably. We'll get a... We've already got a recon tank. Get a regular tank. Kind of want some infantry to try and push the zone, but there's so many tanks just sat there. They're quite content to just sit there. I'm trying to push. To be honest, I could also be described as just sitting there. So now he's trying to push me out with these guys. Might work. Might work. I could move the tanks over. That's sort of what they're for. Mobile fire support. Yeah, here we go. That's a big attack. These guys are so fucked, man. So you can smoke and then sprint, and so it just pops all the smoke at the top. See you later. Try and get the tanks over there. The tanks I had here died to this Concaba guy. Oh no, he's out of smoke as well. He's doomed. The guys in the open die pretty fast. Yeah, like that. These have probably got ATGMs as well. That's the main concern. Oh, yikes. What the fuck? That was like 5 ATGMs in a building. I popped the smoke. Oh, there we go. Smoke's working. It's the sort of thing you artillery. Once again, he can see this, even though I pushed him out. It just doesn't make sense to me. Where's his recon? Where is his recon? How can he see that? Sadly, there's no replay system in this game, so I can't even go back and check. But yes, we are very much being overwhelmed. This guy's beating up this AFK guy on the left. So he's going to take this zone now. The helicopter's doing work, though. You see, the helicopters in this game are a lot better. The recon on this is broken. Just very odd. Very, very odd. Just don't understand how he's seeing my supply every time I put it down. Because 3 minutes ago, we owned this entire city, right? So it can't be that. Or can it? Is it? It might just be that. Just let him do the... Whoa! That was some sort of cruise missile. Right. And there goes their attempt to capture that zone. And we know that there's some more guys coming down the road, so we'll just fast pass down the road. Black T. This is the guy that's been artillerying me, okay. Just fight in your lane, bro. Let me win. I'm not sending them on foot. That's a TOR. Lower altitudes. Is it going to work? Yes, we're now underneath the trees. We're now suffering from severe FPS shortages, but we can still fire our weapons. Where's my artillery piece? Now to shoot the TOR. And then move. We lost all the infantry here. We're just being overwhelmed. We're being attacked by 3 people. It's very difficult to keep an eye on that. Might be 2 people. No, so it's Black T, the Russian bloke, and this Alex MG. This guy's pretty good, actually. He's been playing well. Wish he was on my team. But yeah, what do you think of Broken Arrow? Let me know what you think of Broken Arrow. Sadly, the games are really long, and the only way to end them quickly is to capture every single zone on the map, which is why they're all converging on me, because I own the only zones. These are the only well, it used to be this one as well, until very recently. This is out of rounds. Stay below the house, or that's gonna get you. I am asking you very nicely. See, yeah, the counter battery's quite aggressive. Good for them. That's a teammate's grad. Great, so we can send that forwards, backed up by the Armata. Once these guys get healed up, they can also help. The infantry heals relatively quickly. Who knows how many kilos it takes to survive a man. And yeah, we're just getting hammered as we move up. These ATGM blocks are quite good. The way he's just blobbing them up so that they overwhelm you straight away. So you see that this does have APS, but it's only one APS is firing at once. Yeah, mate, there's nothing I can do about that. General retreat. It's been totally overwhelmed. Split our forces too much. Sadly, there is no option to surrender. You just have to play till the end. So we get to watch this very, very slow roll backwards as the entire team comes for these final points here. There is nothing we can do. But hey, you got to see the game. I got to play the game. The Armata... I mean, it says there's no LOS. It says that they're out of LOS. Right? It says that. But they clearly just shot me. So it clearly doesn't work. So yeah, they are coming for the final points. And they've just got such a massive advantage in people that I'm not sure what to do. Not sure what to do. So yeah, we are trying to take back this, because I think this is probably... Well, it's the closest to our base, right? And we can't really get to these while this isn't taken. You saw that I spent the entire game getting shot in the side. This has been here for ages, I just forgot about it. That's a micro mistake. How many rounds has this guy got left? Some. It's out of range, apparently. And then move. I wish I could talk to them. I could say, are you guys a stack? Or just anything. But I can't say anything. If you type test, it doesn't work. Nothing shows up. It doesn't work. But yeah, we've got good recon here. I wonder if I can... There's no return fire. There's a hold fire. There's no return fire. Oh, but he's going to see me now. Yeah. There's no way... Yeah, I'm being shot. This is actually out of rounds. No, it's not. It's got 76 rounds. It's just I know there's a tower back here. I really don't want to have to deal with that. But with the helicopter, it's not going to work out. So get this back here and set up a supply. But yeah, really good recon from my opponents. Just always seemed to know where the supply was, even though I cleaned all this out. So I'm really not sure where they were, so that means that they did a good job. So does this thing fire 2 ATGMs at once? Is that why it does that? Or was that just both of them shooting? Great, finally got the recon up. Send this back to base. If they get wounded and you send them back to base, you don't get as much stuff. You don't get as many points back. So yeah, you see he's stacking the corners so that it just overwhelms everything. Obviously the answer to that is artillery, but he's moving it around. He's not stupid. Sadly, I believe this is just the cluster one, so it's probably not going to do anything about that. Nice. And yeah, we're just being swamped. Swamped, I say. So the next point they'll be coming for is this one. I'm sort of hoping I can do the helicopter reinforcements, but we shall see. So yeah, the way you resupply them is you put them on low altitude, you don't even need to land them. It's pretty funny. It doesn't really make any sense, but whatever. Once you fire it, you gotta move, or you're gonna die. These guys in here, start bringing the AA back. This is our final fight for the last 5 minutes. We can avoid a total capitulation, that'd be cool. Although actually they're going to be here as well, so... They didn't buy that much air, which probably set them in good stead, so that might have been why they won. And then yeah, they're in the vehicle and then it doesn't update the icon straight away and shit like that. It's really not ideal. So I want to move up for that T-90. Help him out as much as we can. This is still really low. But I have this feeling that they just seem to know whenever I drop a supply. They just seem to know about it. I don't know what it is about supply. Maybe they've got some sort of supply radar. I doubt that very much. But yeah, next one's going to be the recon tank to lock this down. Not that the LOS tool does anything, as we've established. But yeah, now we're going to drive into here. But yeah, here come the T-80Us, and they're going to massively overwhelm that just immediately. These do have ATGMs, but yeah, this is actually just a terrible idea. We'll get the first shot off, and then we'll just die. Oh, it's target switched. It's target switched again. There we go. We got some shots off with the ATGMs, but it's not really doing anything. Theirs seem to be a bit faster than mine. I'm just gonna get out of there. No point losing these guys for nothing. There's no point. See, do a vibe check on his AA. What happened to that supply? It's back here. Let's heal these guys up. Because, well, I mean, we know that a cruise missile will hit the supply, but maybe not this time. I've got no idea how he knows about that. It's just absolutely mind-blowing to me. Apparently people in this building can't see anything. Yikes. Stay behind the little fuel container. They do have their AA. And we can buy 2 more grads to slow him down. I should be behind this, but he's still wasting all his flares. He's wasted all his countermeasures there, which he didn't have to do. I'm gonna buy some more grads, just to hold back the tide. That's our main objective now, is simply to survive. Just get some more countermeasures. Means going over here. And yeah, I'm worried about this part. I did say I'd buy something for that, and then I didn't. I ended up buying the grads. Got 2 squads in here. It's frustrating that it mixes them. I just want to know where 1 squad is, please. So his blob is blobbing. That's run out of supply. This Kamas thing doesn't really hold much supply. I should probably swap it out for another one. Just keep running out of supply. And we don't have our countermeasures back, so that didn't work. Razvedka. Let's get them in A building. Looks like he's going to burst through here. I wish I could just put this on fire at will, you know. I should probably have brought the cluster MLRS and the regular howitzer, and not the other way around, because this is a cluster howitzer and it's not very good because it can't fire very fast and vehicles can move, right? Whereas the cluster, because it can fire fast, should be the better option. Should be. Allegedly. Supposedly. Ironically. And there's no way to view queued orders, so I can't see what the queued orders are. That's definitely cluster. Although it didn't hit that. It didn't do anything about it. So maybe it's not. No, hang on, that one's lost health. But that might have been from a different thing. Who knows? So, send that there. Send the supply after him. Should get our grads up soon. These should be a bit more useful, but sadly these are the HE ones. I think. I'm being shot. I'm a recon unit and I'm being shot. And I don't know where it's coming. It's coming from there. So he's got a sniper team in there. It's kind of frustrating because this is a recon team, right? You'd assume that they'd be sufficient, but they are clearly not. Can't see anything. But we do know that he's in there now. So maybe the snipers have better stealth, and that's how he's mobbing me so effectively. That's how his recon's moving up so effectively, because the snipers have better stealth than the Razvedka, perhaps. Because I can see him and he can't see me. Oh, game ended. Oh, ha! There were only 2 of us. And there were only 3 of them. So it must have been everybody else left. So that explains why I was like, why am I against 3 people? Yeah, everybody else left. So what can you do? You know, we captured 5 zones. Our KD wasn't great, just particularly towards the end. We were just getting mobbed. Credit to the guy that stuck around. And yeah, this Alex MG guy, he was pretty good. Captured a lot of zones. Used his snipers to great effect. The recon game was very strong. These guys coordinated quite well. And we didn't coordinate at all. So that just goes to show. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of Broken Arrow. Been recording for 144 minutes now. I might do the deck build as a separate video because, I mean, who's going to watch that? Alright, I'll see you around.